I remember very vividly the moment where I second guessed having a smartwatch at all. It was about 9 months ago and I was in Japan on vacation. I think I was there for about 18 days and 16 days in, 17 days in, my watch was dying. And it was a pretty good smartwatch. It's a Garmin Forerunner 955. The battery lasts like, I don't know, like 3 to 4 weeks, depending what you're doing. And I thought I charged it enough for the trip, but apparently not. And it was about to die a day or two before the trip, and given that was kind of, important, given, I gotta look at the time and shit, and I don't always have the ability or time to pull out my phone to look at the time when you're doing this traveling with the luggage and the airport and all that shit. Having a quick look at your watch is really important. So having it be dead would suck. I was thinking to myself, what the fuck? I'm gonna have an issue on this trip or inconvenience because I need to charge my fucking watch? So then I thought, all right, when I get back to America, let me rethink this thing, because it's like, what the fuck? So I was looking at what the benefits of the watch are. Some of the benefits are having notifications on your watch. I didn't use that, I turned that shit off because I do not want my watch vibrating with message and call, like fuck that. I barely want notifications on my phone. Why the hell would I put it on my watch, on my wrist? Basically, hard attaching notifications to my body, no. Then you got the calorie activity tracking stuff, which is always way off base. You have the step tracker, decent, I guess. You have the timers, which are actually useful. You have the alarm, which is actually useful, especially the vibration alarm. It's actually good. As a sleep tracker, which I thought would be really helpful. That was actually the main reason I got the Garmin, but I realized that my sleeping habits are already pretty decent. As in, if I want to sleep for 8 hours, I get into bed an hour before that. So let's say I gotta wake up at 7 a.m. That means you gotta sleep at 11 p.m., right? What I would do is then get into bed by 10 p.m. So I have 9 hours, because I don't sleep immediately. I don't know about you. If you're lucky, you just immediately knock out. I don't. I gotta read for, 20 to 60 minutes to fall asleep. And, try not to do screen stuff before bed. So, and I don't bring my phone to bed. So my sleep habits are already decent. So if I wake up and I check my Garmin watch and it says, hey, you were in bed for like 8 hours, but you got 6 hours and 58 minutes of sleep. I'm like, okay, the fuck am I supposed to do about that? It was just kind of that over and over. Basically me feeling whatever in the morning, like either good or bad, depending how I slept. And my watch was saying, hey, you actually slept worse than you thought. I'm like, the fuck is this info? Like, what am I gonna do? Sleep better? How am I gonna do that? I'm doing everything I can. The stuff that's not perfect is just me being awake in the middle of the night for whatever reason, tossing and turning or whatever it is, going up to pee. I can't do shit about that. So a lot of the data that the smartwatch was giving me, the benefits were useless to me. They weren't actionable to me. Because I'm not using notifications. A lot of the health metrics, they weren't that useful. I'm like, oh, my heart rate is, 48 resting heart rate at night. That's pretty good. What the fuck am I gonna do with this information? Like, I'm not gonna vastly change the way I live to keep it this way. I'm just gonna live the way that I know to be pretty healthy and just keep doing that. So the only real benefit I got from the watch was the time-based stuff, the alarm and the timer and telling time. So I figured if I want to just have my watch tell time, I can get any fucking watch. So I sold that watch for a couple hundred and got something else. I actually got 2 watches, both of them being Casio watches. This one is a Casio Edifice, which is a really nice regular grown man watch. Even has a sapphire screen, which I didn't know. Apparently this is like the most scratch proof shit in the world behind diamond. And it even has an extra bit for telling time. So not telling time, keeping track of time. So you press a thingy here, timer starts going, you stop it, whatever. So when you're at the gym, you can use the stopwatch feature and it's actually really useful. And for when I want a watch that doesn't have glow up hands or is a bit heavy, I have the other Casio watch, which looks like probably a Casio watch that pretty much everyone in the world has had at one point in time. And these are great. They both tell the time. I can keep track of something with the stopwatch functionality, up to an hour with the Edifice and up to God knows how long with this thing. And honestly, it's been fucking great. In the morning, I would wake up, check my watch to see how I slept. Can you imagine that? Like I'm waking, like, oh, how'd you sleep? Let me check my watch. Sometimes I catch people doing that as well. They have a smartwatch. I'm not just sleep, They're like, oh, let me check. I'm like, such a weird thing. Like I'm asking you. And I'm not, shitting on them for being weird. I did the same thing. Like, I'll check scientifically how did I sleep. Now, I wake up and I feel how I feel. If I feel decent, I feel great, feel whatever, that's my actual feeling. That's how I feel. I'm not having a fucking little robot tell me how I slept last night, how I should feel this morning. It's also not keeping track of all these numbers that I didn't put to use. Like, great, I walked 7,000 steps this day and 12,000 the other. Cool. Yeah, walking is good. Like, I don't know what these numbers are supposed to change in me. I know walking is good. If I get to do it, I do it. If not, then I don't. These numbers aren't going to do shit for me. Honestly, for most people with their phones, they already get enough notifications, enough useless fucking info. Strapping that shit to your wrist is not good. It wasn't good for me. I'm not going to speak for you. But I would recommend, if you have a smartwatch, at the very least, turn off the fucking messaging notifications and shit like that. Or leave off your watch tonight and see how you feel in the morning. How do you actually feel? Not what the watch tells you about your fucking REM sleep, which, you know, that stuff is important. But, you know, once in a while, take a listen to what your actual body's telling you about how you slept, how you feel. I know a lot of people, when they wake up, they check their phone immediately and they just flood their brain with shit. Even if you don't do that, a lot of people are doing the same thing with their watch. They're checking their watch in the morning, flooding their brain with shit, and then they're like, oh, I saw the notification on my watch, I gotta go check on my phone now, and then it's just a chain. You don't even get the chance to not check your phone in the morning. It's already checking you on your wrist. Just try some silence. Have a wrist that doesn't do anything but tell the time. Try that out. See how it is. For workarounds though, because as I mentioned, that Garmin watch was pretty fucking great at having that vibrational alarm. So I didn't have to wake up my girlfriend if we wake up at different times. This watch has an alarm, but there's no way to have it just vibrate. It's just sound. So one workaround is this thing I got. This is a wrist strap thing that you put on your wrist and it vibrates as an alarm. Now the actual controls on this thing is just a pain in the ass. I kept the booklet just because it's such a pain in the ass to remember how it works. I actually have not used this yet at all. I've tested it, it does work, but I've not had to use it because normally I don't have to have an alarm that takes into account another person. My girlfriend wakes up before I do. If I woke up before her, yeah, I would be more serious about using this and have a vibrational alarm so I don't wake her up. But she's using her smartwatch to have a vibrational alarm. So then when she has to do something earlier than me, I just use a normal alarm that wakes up whatever, because who gives a shit? I'm the only one here. And there are a lot, I don't remember what brand that is, just some fucking generic shit from Amazon. You can get something like that to use as the wrist alarm if you really need one. But if you don't need one, try silencing your wrists. It feels really good having that calmer state of mind in the morning and in the evening as well. God forbid you wake up in the middle of the night to pee and you accidentally check your watch and you're fucked. Let me know in the comments if you have a smartwatch now, or if you're thinking of getting one, or you're thinking of ditching it. And then subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.